Hello, my friends out there in YouTube land. I am Robert Ham with RobertHamPhotography.com. You can catch me over on Twitter at RobHamPhoto. You can find me on both Facebook and YouTube at /RobertHamPhotography. And today I just want to talk about the climate of the photography world as it can be in your area. And I try to stay out of the politics of photography. Not that it even matters. I'm aware that they're there, just like I'm aware about people gossiping at work, right? I just stay out of it. But here's the deal. Have you ever gotten emails from a guy, not anyone in particular in your case, but for me, I get emails from David Forrest. He's a photographer here in Virginia Beach. He sent me several over the years, about one a year, and he's trying to demoralize me. He says things like I should become a fry cook, that I can't possibly make any money. And this is coming from a guy that is a past president of the Virginia Professional Photographers Association and a current member. And of course, the VPPA is a small chapter organization, part of the PPA. So this guy is in a position, an esteemed position, where he should be fostering a goodwill environment, but he's not. He's trying to demoralize a small business. And he does it generally because I'm a very successful photographer. My ad on Living Social is what he generally attacks because it's the only leg up that he can get, I suppose. And he attacks it because I sell 55 to 65 Living Social ads a year. Guys, in other videos I've explained how I work on Living Social. I'm not going to get into that. But his anger that comes out in the form of a misguided attempt to help me is actually based in jealousy and a little bit of fear. He doesn't understand what I'm doing, and he doesn't understand how I can be making any money. And I'm not here to support that. Obviously, I've been in business for 5 years. This is all I do as a sole business. Read my bio. You'll recognize I homeschool my son, Robert, and I'm a photographer. So that's what I do. So what I'm here today is to talk about the political climate where you might be. And number one, I'm going to start off with my first rule: get out of whatever organization you're in. Leave it. Now, if you want to be a member of the PPA because of insurance, fine, stay there for that reason. But don't buy into the hype. Okay, here's what I'm saying. Photography is a business, right, that it has no barriers to entry. You don't need anyone to pat you on the back, give you a sheet of paper, and then say, you're a photographer now. If you're out there and you want to take pictures, go for it. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Not a bit. Because the people that are going to hire me may not be the people that were going to hire David Forrest. They may not be the people that are going to hire you, and vice versa. Someone that might hire you because they like your entry-level price, because they've looked at your work and they can tell it's nice, but maybe it's new, they may not want to hire me, just like is what's happening with David Forrest. They don't want to hire him, they want to hire me. Newsflash, I'm operating in a completely different segment with that ad than he is. So why he's attacking the ad just goes to show how good of an ad it really is. And I book about 4 to 5 weddings a year from the ad, by the way. So the money comes in on the other side. So it's so funny. He's too narrow-minded to see that. And that's what I'm saying for you guys. You have to be wide angle. You have to have the big picture. And then you can't laser focus. You got to have the big picture. The next thing I want to say is stop worrying about a piece of paper. You don't need anyone to tell you that you're a good photographer. Okay? You can tell yourself that you're a good photographer. And that's it. If a client likes your work and everyone else hates it, who cares about what everyone else says? If someone is willing to hire you, great, go for it. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't understand what you're doing, but it does mean that you shouldn't be worried about what some other professional says about what you do. Now, I don't particularly believe in mentors in this instance because I believe mentors could have an agenda different than yours. And I don't believe friends and family are good either, because if you post something on Facebook and you say you worked hard at it, of course you're going to get a bunch of likes on it from your friends and family. They have no reason not to give you a bunch of likes. So your critics need to be people in general. And you will know if you've got good work when people begin to hire you, because people will begin to hire you. How does that work? Let's say you put up a website, create a portfolio, start a little ad, right? So what you'll know is that as you're out there taking photos, this portfolio of images isn't working. And so if you stop taking photos, then you'll never gain. But as you continue to weed through and work on your technique, your portfolio will grow. You'll take out the bad photos, you'll add better photos, and then people will start to hire you. Otherwise, you can even ask people. But I wouldn't go to a group and ask for someone to particularly critique your work. Not in the beginning. Because when you start and establish that mentorship role, you could be in a situation where someone has different viewpoints and a different agenda than you. So let's kind of clarify this. We're going to wrap this up real quick. Number one, don't worry about the haters. They're tools anyways. They're trolls. Let them roll, man. Water off a duck's back, right? Let it roll. Secondly, continue to develop your skill. Keep shooting, my friends. I say that at the end of every video because I want you to keep shooting, and I like Dos Equis commercials. I thought it was funny, so it's my little spin off of it. The third thing is, don't let people hold you back. If they say it can't be done, do it anyways. Shoot into the sun all day long. Make a type, a style for yourself. Figure out what it is you want to shoot and then do it. And then lastly, if you do have people like this in your area that are sending you ridiculous emails, decide how you want to handle it, because there are laws on harassment. And the first tool in proving that you're being harassed, specifically in a professional business sense, specifically like this, is to show that you're receiving continuous, right, unsolicited emails. And you can do that by registering these emails with the clerk of the court. All you got to do is go down there, pay 15 or 20 bucks to open up a file. You want to register this on file because you believe that you're being harassed, and you want to have them notarize it for posterity. So guess what? Then there's a record of it. And after a while, pretty soon I'll have 6 or 7 of these. It might take another 2 years. But once I do, then I'll be able to say, hey, look, I've been getting these for 7 years. It's got to stop. And then there could be damages involved, because now you're showing a continued propensity to demoralize, degrade, and cause someone's opinion to change, specifically in their marketing. Like, he wants me to stop marketing on Living Social. Well, if I can show 2-3 years of him, which I can with this one, this right here, with this latest one, 3 years of stop marketing on Living Social by another professional in the area, that's your legal ground. I used to get angry when I would get these emails and I'd call him up and like he wouldn't answer, or I'd send him an email and ramble off. But now I just laugh because it's gone on for so long. And that's what I suggest for you. Laugh. Have a light humor and disposition about it, all the way to the courthouse, and register the email, because in the end you will win. And don't worry about your players. Don't worry about the haters. Be someone different altogether. Be yourself is what I'm trying to tell you. Guys, my dad left me with one piece of wisdom. Actually left me with many, but one of the ones that really rings true with me. You shouldn't stand behind your strengths if you're not strong enough to stand in front of your weaknesses. And if you operate with that way in life, I have a good feeling that you'll come across very genuine and sincere with people, and they'll probably like you a lot. Well, that's important, because it means you'll be successful. Anyways, it's how I try to operate. Guys, my name is Robert Ham with RobertHamPhotography.com. You can catch me over on Twitter at RobHamPhoto. You can even find me on Facebook and YouTube at /RobertHamPhotography. I hope that this video has been helpful to you. And as always, keep shooting, my friends. Do you remember the last Dos Equis commercial when the most interesting man in the world was blasted off to the moon? I almost cried. I loved those commercials. Take care, guys.